Hello, Captains. The Doctor here. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online on our free-to-play character, Rami Summers, a tactical character flying a patrol escort currently. In the last episode, we have begun a brand new series of missions here called the Solanae Dyson Sphere storyline. We played Sphere of Influence, which took us into a very cool installation where we have learned a little bit about the Solanae. And so we are looking forward to, continuing this series because there are a lot of good rewards in these missions. In fact, one of the rewards we got from the mission here is this Obelisk Subspace Rift Warp Core. So now we have a very unique and cool warp core on our ship. So rewards like that we will continue to get and put on our character and keep making it better. Also, a couple of items that we have from a previous ship we got, the 6th anniversary science ship, Krenim Tier 6 science ship. We have this Krenim Chronoton torpedo and this timeline stabilizer. We have not yet got to use them because in the last mission it was pretty much a mission all about ground, so we didn't really get to use our ship in combat. Hopefully in this mission today we will get to finally use our ship in combat and see what these new abilities are really like. I'm really interested to see what the timeline stabilizer can do, and then also what the Chronoton torpedo looks like. Now, a few housekeeping things before we begin the next mission. Right now, this weekend, Cryptic has another double XP tech upgrade weekend going on. So that means you can upgrade your gear at double the XP that you would normally upgrade at. That means less dilithium is needed to upgrade, and you can upgrade things like rarity much faster. So what I've done on our character here is, obviously I don't have a lot of tech upgrades, but I did have 2 tech upgrades because there was a promotion previously, like a couple of months ago, where they were giving away things like every day. If you logged in, you got some free stuff. And one of the free stuff that I got were a couple of tech upgrades. I have now used those tech upgrades today because of this double XP event to utilize them best, and I decided to go ahead and upgrade our new ground weapon that I'm using, the Herald Anti-Proton Split Beam Projector. Now this, remember, I got from the exchange, so it wasn't very expensive. It took about 800,000 energy credits, so it was very cheap, but I got it so that we will have a very good ground weapon moving through the end of this game and in STFs and everything. And excuse me. And I decided that this is going to go ahead and be my final ground weapon. This is going to be the weapon that I use throughout the rest of all the missions in the game, all the way through the end, and the STFs and everything. So I'm just going to keep working on this weapon and making it as good as it can, eventually getting the rarity up to ultra rare, and then of course epic one day. But what I began with now is upgrading what I had and putting it on this weapon, those 2 upgrade tokens. So basically it was Mark 11 before, but now I have upgraded it to Mark 13. So we've gone from 12 to 13, and in fact, if you look at it here, I am literally 1% away from Mark 14. So I am like right on the border of upgrading this thing to Mark 14. The problem is I don't have any more energy credits. I've got 1,000 energy credits, so I'm completely out of energy credits, and that means I cannot go into the exchange and just buy a tech upgrade, because the cheapest one is like 30,000, I think. If you search ground tech upgrades here, yeah, just a basic ground tech upgrade is 28,000, so I don't have enough energy credits right now, which would make it Mark 14. But what I can do is, after today's mission, I can take all the loot that we get from today's mission, sell it, and then I should have enough energy credits to buy that tech upgrade and upgrade this finally to Mark 14, which will be the highest mark level you can make it. And then beyond the mark level, it's just increasing it in rarity up to ultra rare and then up to epic eventually one day. So that's what I'm going to keep doing, is working on that weapon. That's going to be our in-game weapon that I will just continue to use throughout the rest of this playthrough, and I'll just keep upgrading it as I have the ability to. But after today, we should get up to Mark 14, so that's the highest level. So that should be pretty good. It's going to be a pretty powerful weapon for us. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, of course, on the ground stuff, I'm still using Jem'Hadar set. Haven't really found anything else to replace that yet. I haven't done any of the reputation stuff, so that's just going to have to be how it is. And, of course, I don't have the resources now to upgrade anything else. So that's just the way that is. Another quick thing, some people have been wanting to offer me things for this character. For example, saying, you know, I'll give you the energy credits if you need, or I'll give you a free ship if you want for this character, or I'll craft some gear for you and get you some nicer gear and that sort of stuff. I really appreciate that, and thank you guys for even offering that. That is really nice of you. But I'm going to have to decline those items on this character because the whole goal and point of playing this free-to-play character is that I'm trying to do it without spending money. I'm trying to do it without taking gifts, and just show you what you would be able to get if you are playing and are kind of like me and just don't have any friends and anyone to give you stuff. And, you know, you just end up getting what the game gives you. I want to kind of play this as a, quote, vanilla kind of game. You know, play with what the game gives you and show you that you can still be successful in this game throughout all of the missions, and then of course the in-game content, in-game STFs and everything, without having all that really fancy stuff, and just seeing where we end up at the end of the game with what the game gives us for free, or with the resources we have in-game, dilithium, the exchange, all that stuff. I've got a pretty good amount of dilithium built up already just from playing the missions. 37,000. I used a little bit here to upgrade that weapon, but I'm still at 37,311 dilithium, so, you know, that's not bad. That we can do some things with that. So I'm just going to keep, you know, building up that dilithium as we play the missions. That dilithium itself can be turned into Zen. You can go to the dilithium exchange, turn that into Zen, buy some stuff from the Z store if you want. So we do earn that dilithium, so that is a resource. And then of course energy credits. I will, as I do the Admiralty system more and play more missions and stuff and sell loot, I will build up more energy credits to buy things. So that's the resources I want to use to get things. So yeah, that's about it. Let's start the next mission here. Let's go to Solanae here. Circles within circles. The gateway in the Jarrett system leads to a distant Dyson sphere where the Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic must work together to establish a foothold inside of this strange artificial world. Contact Subcommander Cole. The discovery and activation of the gateway in the Jarrett system means we can send ships rapidly to explore the Solanae Dyson sphere. An alliance force comprised of ships from the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Empire have agreed to work together to study the sphere and establish a zone of control there, but they need skilled captains and crews willing to join the fight. Travel through the gateway and contact Allied Joint Command once you reach the Solanae Dyson sphere in the Delta Quadrant. Travel to the Jarrett system, go to the Solanae Dyson sphere. So this little mission here is basically just to introduce us to the Solanae Dyson sphere. This is to get us to it so that we know it's there, because it's kind of an open zone where there's a whole bunch of stuff to do there, and that's where you can grind your Voth cybernetic marks and other things you need to do the Dyson sphere reputation are within this sphere. So this just tells us how to get there, and then this other stuff, these are things that we're not going to fully explore in this run through because today, because these are kind of like repeatable things you can do in the sphere, like I said, to get marks or to get those Voth cybernetic implants or whatever you need to buy Dyson sphere reputation stuff. So these are going to be like repeatable missions. I don't like how they put this in the storyline like this, because they make you think these are individual missions you have to do, but these aren't. Supply Woes, Contested Zone, Omega Standoff, and Tower Control. None of those are missions at all. They are basically open zone battles you can go into inside the Dyson sphere to earn marks and do stuff. They're like dailies. They're not really missions. So I don't like how they put this here. So that's why today we're going to go through like a lot of these. We're going to go all the way from circles within circles down to tower control, and I'm just going to show you where they are. I'm not even going to play all the way through them. I'm just going to show you where they are, show you how to play them, what you can do so that you know that they're there. And then we're going to end that. We're just going to get through it. Because the next actual mission is called A Step Between Stars, and that's a really cool mission. But before we get to that, we got to get through all this crap. So let's go do that. Let's go get introduced to the Dyson sphere. I'll show you everything that's there. Well, a lot of things that are there. There's a lot more if you actually go out into the sphere and explore. But I'm not going to, show you all of that. You'll just have to go find out for yourself. But those aren't actual missions, they're just like dailies. Okay, so let's head to the Dyson Sphere Gateway. So I don't think we actually are going to get a chance to really use our ship and test out these new things yet. The Crinum Chronoton Torpedo and the Time Stabilizer. I think there's a little bit of battle here that we're going to be doing, but not a lot. So, unfortunately, I guess we'll have to wait till A Step Between Stars to really see that. So just real quick, I will show you the Dyson Joint Command is what it's called. The Dyson Joint Command Reputation. And you have to earn Dyson Sphere marks to, run the projects, the dailies and all that, and to buy the gear and all that stuff. But you also need these things called like cybernetic implants, like Dyson, or no, Voth cybernetic implants. I guess they're not showing them here. But you get those also by doing the events and stuff inside the Dyson Sphere. There's a lot of things inside the Dyson Sphere. In fact, think of the Dyson Sphere like New Romulus. You go in there, and then there's just a ton of stuff you can find and do. And you can spend a lot of time in there, and you can earn marks. Some of the stuff is real small, like you'll only earn like 5 marks for doing it. Some of the stuff, if you do like every day, you can earn quite a bit of marks. But it's not really something we're going to explore in this playthrough, because like New Romulus, it's just something you can go and do on your own whenever you want, or once a day or something like that. There's like ground stuff to do and space stuff to do. Okay, travel to the Solanae Dyson Sphere. We'll watch the little video here. Yay! So basically, we're now inside a big Dyson sphere. And they're just showing some of the things here. That's the control tower. That's where our kind of base is. Oh, again, we're on the ground now. So this first bit here is just going to introduce us to the whole thing. So let's talk to our contact. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. A journey that once took 30 years at maximum warp now takes mere minutes. Did we just go as far as Voyager did? Not quite. We're on the border of the Delta Quadrant. Specifically, we are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star. The sphere itself has a diameter that is nearly 200 million kilometers, or the equivalent of 250 million M-class planet surfaces. So that's pretty large. It's a lot of planet surface size. You gotta wonder what's down there, because, it would take you more than a lifetime to explore it all. It's just incredible. How much of the sphere has been explored? You're looking at it. The sphere is huge, and it could take us a lifetime to completely understand its construction and technology. We're taking it slow until we know more. And that's where you come in, sir. We could use some help from the Arrow. Before we get started, though, Subcommander Cole wants you to receive a briefing about Omega particles from our chief scientist. So we need to speak to the chief scientist. This is an open zone, so other players are here. There's an exchange, a bank, all that stuff. You can do ship stuff here, ship selector, all that stuff. Just kind of think of it like ESD, but here in the Delta Quadrant. It allows you to do all the things you would do there and not have to travel all the way back to Earth. Alright. Hello. Cole has asked me to be brief, as there's a lot to be done. We found massive amounts of Omega particles being produced within the Dyson sphere. These particles are extremely unstable, and when detonated, they will damage subspace, making warp travel impossible in vast areas around the detonation site. In the past, we've only had to deal with small amounts of Omega particles. Now we have a structure that is mass-producing them for an unknown purpose. Alright, what is the plan to neutralize them? The plan is twofold. First, we must find and destroy any existing Omega particles. Secondly, we must discover whatever is producing them at such an alarming rate and stop it. The Federation and Klingons have agreed to join an alliance with the Romulan Republic in order to see this done. These particles threaten us all. This would be simple, except for, well, perhaps it's best if you hear more from Subcommander Cole. He's asked to speak with you. Hey, now we gotta go to speak to Subcommander Cole, who's in charge here. And here we go, a little intro video.
Welcome to the Solanae Dyson sphere. My name is Subcommander Cole. This is the main command center for Joint Alliance Command, a multi-species task force willing to work together toward a common goal, for now at least. The gateway you use to get here is in Republic space, so the Republic is taking the lead here as well. Our mission? To destroy the Omega particles this sphere creates, and neutralize its ability to generate more. The first scouts into the sphere confirmed that it was producing massive amounts of Omega particles for an unknown purpose. Given enough time, this sphere could produce enough Omega particles to completely annihilate warp travel in all known quadrants of the galaxy. We thought this would be a sweep and clear operation, but we were waylaid by a species known as the Voth. The Voth claim to be natives of the Delta Quadrant, are extremely technologically advanced, and they want the sphere. Now we're in a fight for control. The Voth are determined to gather the Omega particles. We're still determining why, but this is a threat to all warp-capable civilizations.
Uh-oh.
I can't stress enough how important it is that we stop the Voth and neutralize the Omega particles. There's a lot to do. Shall we get started?
I suppose. Alright.
The Dyson Sphere battle zone is connected to the Voth reputation system. Go to your character window to view your reputation. The rank of your reputation and rewards for each tier can be viewed here. Your available projects and upgrades are located here. The currency for this project and the amount you have can be seen here.
You can earn a commendation once per day for missions. Commendations are used in the Daily Reputation Experience project. So that's basically that. It's just letting you know that this is all tied to the Dyson Joint Command reputation. So basically we turn this in, and we're done. Circles within circles is resolved. So as you can see, that was just a little mission to get us here. Now, this other stuff we have to get through before we can get to the next actual mission. So we'll do this stuff as well here. Supply woes. Voth advances threaten the security of the Allied zone. This episode is required to unlock found missions. So you have to do this one if you want to do the found missions in the Dyson sphere. But also you have to do it anyway because there's no skip button. It does not let us skip it anyway. So we have to do it. While the Minefield helps keep the Voth ships from entering Allied space en masse, occasionally the Voth will slip one or two small vessels through with their advanced cloaking devices. We have a range of tachyon probe frequencies that can sometimes detect Voth ships, but we need to get up close to have any chance of success. We want the arrow to search this zone for any Voth ships that might be hiding. Head to the indicated locations in the Allied zone of the Solanae Dyson sphere and search for cloaked Voth ships. So this one is a tiny little mission, and for it we actually do get 40 Dyson sphere marks. That will allow you to at least start the daily, the daily in the reputation. So we'll go ahead and do this. This one's kind of actually a little fun because it's not very long. It's pretty short. Return to your ship in the Allied space. So we'll just beam up to our ship, and we'll just do this little mission here. So this is going to give us a little tour.
We
video.
run missions here from Joint Command, the center of all Allied operations. This is the supply depot. We use it to ship supplies to our forces and to store any unusual or dangerous technologies we find here. This region is the Minefield. It is used as a barrier to keep Voth forces out, although some still slip by. And this is the ion stream, a series of structures moving a high volume of charged particles and exotic radiation through the area. Each of these areas could use your help. Good luck.
So that's just letting you know that you can go to each of those areas to like do found missions. You have received an area mission. You can access area missions from any of the 4 main neighborhoods in the adventure zone. You will receive one of several possible missions when you accept an area mission. Now those are what you're not going to do because those are repeatable. You know, you can keep doing those over and over again. But what we're going to go now is we're going to go do this supply woes, which is what we're doing so that we can get through this to the next part. So we're going to go over here and scan some stuff, and we actually are going to get a chance to fight some Voth. So I am looking forward to seeing. I will try the timeline stabilizer. I want to see how that works. So I've never tried it before. Again, this is also an open zone. You're here with other people, so just keep that in mind.
Enemies fought as a result of an area mission will appear specifically for you.
Here we go.
Ship is under attack.
Let's try. He cloaked. Oh, he didn't cloak. He did a thing. Alright, let's use the timeline stabilizer. I don't know what that's doing. But maybe it's a good thing. It's doing something on him. My ship is so powerful, though. I mean, I can't even tell because it's so powerful anyway. This is the Cole, the USS... Oh, this is Cole. The USS blah 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 is in trouble. Go help them, basically. Let's read again what this does because, let's see. Okay, so... EBAOE, 3 kilometers. Oh, I need to be closer to them. I need to be 3 kilometers, huh? To the foe, they have... Okay, so it reduces their speed, reduces their turn, and their recharge. But to self, it increases my recharge and firing rate. Okay. To self, a 15 to 30% firing cycle haste for all weapons. So that's interesting. That's what to look for, is that it's going to increase my firing cycle haste. It's also going to improve my recharge time on my captain abilities. But it reduces their movement, basically. So reduces their movement, helps my firing cycle haste, But I guess I have to be within 3 kilometers of them, so you have to be pretty close or it has no effect. Okay, cool. I will keep that in mind for the next battle. And I didn't even get to see what the Crinum torpedo looks like. I just totally wasn't even watching for it there. Okay, assist the USS Hypatia in the ion stream section. That we can do. So remember, that's the control tower over there. That's our base. The Voth minefield is somewhere. There it is over there. It's been a while since I've been in here and done anything in here. I mean, when it first came out, I was all over the place, but since then, I haven't really spent much time in here. Good to see you, Admiral. See the ion streams? The energy in them can be rerouted into the power cells of a starship and delivered to other areas of the sphere. This energy helps us better understand how the sphere activates. Can the arrow take some of the ion stream's energy to our tower in the minefield? Absorb energies in the ion stream and then deliver them. Sure, we can do that. Accept mission. So this is still part of Supply Woes. You just have to accept it, even though it's really part of the mission still. And we'll just fly into these rings here and absorb some energy. That sounds safe. Energy absorbed. I guess it's safe. I mean, doesn't seem that way, but sure. Where does this energy even get stored into? I mean, it's not like we have the capacity to store it, do we? Yay, storing energy. The one thing about this Dyson sphere is that it is so huge. I'm at full impulse and it's taken me a long time to fly through. There is something you can get to increase your atmospheric flight speed. You have to do it you have to have a fleet spire to do it. And in your fleet spire, you can get this ability which increases your flight speed in atmospheric conditions, which we are. Basically in an atmosphere. Right here, at least this close to the ground, we're in an atmosphere, I guess. Okay, we've stored up the energy, now we need to go transfer it to the Allied Minefield Tower. Yeah, this stuff is kind of boring, but you do have to get through it just so you can get through to the next mission. Once we get all past this, it'll be more fun. The next mission, a step between stars or whatever, a whole lot of fun. But we just got to get through this crap before we can get there. Basically, this is just here because they're trying to show you where everything's at and what you can do here. Because it is kind of complicated if you just came in here and you'd be like, what do I do now? I got no idea. There are all kinds of things to do here. You just kind of have to fly around and find them. Okay, transfer the energy. We'll put the energy to good use, but we need more help here, Admiral. The minefield is the last line of defense against the Voth moving in from the contested zone. Several of our mines have stopped working, and we don't know why. Can the arrow scan some of the deactivated mines and determine the problem? Scan 3 deactivated mines in the minefield. Gotta accept that, and now we can go into the minefield and activate some mines. So there's actually 2 sections here. We're in the Allied zone, but if you go past this and fly all the way to the end, you can enter what's called the contested zone. And there's more things to do there as well. It's pretty big. Okay, That is fixed. Okay, that is fixed. No, I don't want to start a new mission. I want to do the Minefield thing. Yeah, I'm going too far. Yeah. Where is that at? No, it's down there. Alright, Admiral, I was wrong. The Voth are transporting the parts out of the mines. I suggest contacting Joint Command with this information. Hail Starfleet. Thank you for your assistance, Admiral. You said that the Voth are remotely disarming mines by transporting parts out of them? Well, we'll see what we can do to get around that. For now, you and the Arrow are needed elsewhere, specifically in the contested zone. Speak with me again when you're ready for the next assignment. So now we're going to get those 40 Dyson sphere marks, and that's basically supply woes. You can see how short that is. Now this other thing I found over here, that's an actual separate mission. Oh look, someone started it. But basically what you do is you can find those things, like I said, you fly around and you find stuff like that. And you can do little missions and stuff in here. Okay, but we're not going to do that. Let's halt the Voth incursion in the minefield. No, that's one of the things that's started right now. I don't want to do that. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's go back to our mission list, and you will now see that Supply Woes is finished, and now we're at the contested zone. Now these you can skip, and I actually recommend skipping them unless you are going to play them, because they are, like I said, things you can do once a day or whatever and earn marks and stuff. They're not actual, like, you know, storyline mission content. But just so that I can show you where they are, I will go ahead and accept it just to show you where it's at. So the contested zone is contested blah blah blah. Hail is going to tell you about what the contested zone is. Again, see, there's no reward. This is just to show you where it's at. Actually, we have to go back through it. Go to Sphere Space Contested Zone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to go to the contested zone, and that'll actually clear that out, because it's basically just trying to show you where the contested zone is. But you could skip it because it really doesn't do anything. You'll see. It's kind of confusing the way they have this set up. But as we fly all the way to the edge here, we can transfer to the contested zone. Travel to contested zone.
This is the contested zone. Our forces here are in a constant conflict with the Voth. There are 5 fronts in the zone, and each of them need your help. Here, we are fighting the Voth over towers that are critical to our control of the zone. I would advise you help only if you have other starships to provide support. In the center of the contested zone is the battle zone. Commander Arnold is leading the ground fight there against the Voth. He needs anyone who's willing to assist. Make no mistake about this. The contested zone is an active conflict. Be careful out there.
So this zone is basically, like it said, there's all kinds of things to do here to fight the Voth. There's something going on there. People are fighting. You can go get involved in that. You can take over these towers. You can go here to where the ground mission is at and fight on the ground against the Voth. I mean, just a ton of stuff to do in here, but we don't have to do it. We can hail this, turn this in, and we're done with that. So you see, that was just to get us to this area. Now when we go to the missions, you'll see the contested zone is finished. Now it's telling us about the Omega Standoff. That's the ground stuff. Yeah, that's the ground stuff. So I'll just quickly go there. Again, this is just to show you how to get there. You can skip it, but just for the sake of this video, well, let's go ahead and fly there, and I will show you what that looks like. Again, such a huge area, it takes a long time to fly there because, I mean, it literally is a huge area. I'm at maximum impulse and it looks like I'm barely moving. Like if you go to that ship there, you can revive that ally and he'll help fight with you. There's obviously something going on there that people are doing. The control towers are the ones with those little arrows. Yeah. It's probably not a good thing to be so close to that many Voth. They're all cloaked apparently, I guess. So basically, this one here, once we get to this circle, which is right in here, this is the ground battle. There's space and ground. So as we fly in here, we'll get, there we go, enter ground battle zone. This will take us down to the ground battle zone.
This is the Voth battle zone. Our goal is to take control of at least one Omega particle silo. Here's how we do it. This is a map of the battle zone. There are 3 regions, each made up of multiple capture points. When the Voth hold a capture point, it is red. When we take control of a capture point, it will change to blue. Capturing points advances us towards our goal, represented by this meter. When it is full, we can make our final push to stop the Voth at the Omega particle silos. We must capture at least one of these silos to claim this battle zone for the Alliance. Good luck.
Sounds complicated, but pretty easy. Capture points.
You are in a battle zone. The goal of a battle zone is to capture and hold the majority of points. The overall status of the zone is displayed here.
Now this is the little entrance area. Again, this is an open zone, so there are other players here. There's equipment and stuff that if you want. And then you go through each of these doors and you can go into one of the zones out there. Again, we don't really have to play it. It should be done, yeah, continue. And we're done with that. That just pretty much is an introduction to show us where it's at. But again, you don't have to play it to continue to the next part. You will see that it is now done. The Omega Standoff complete, and now tower control is the discovery of control towers in the contested zone, and this is going to just tell us how to find them now. So we will actually, I think that's actually, I take that back. That one might actually be a mission, or not a mission, but a where you have to complete it, but you can skip it. Let's find out anyway. Let's go up there. Let's see. Just go to United Space Battle Zone. Nope, wrong one. No, tower control. Wait, go to the sphere space. Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong one. Oops. Sphere space. Oh, maybe I'm in the right one. No, I think I am in the right one. I don't know where I'm at. It is confusing. No, I'm in the wrong one. No, maybe I'm in the right. Oh, crap. Yeah, I think I know where I'm at. I'm in the wrong place. Now, where's that? It's going to take me all the way back to the beta quadrant. Ooh, I messed that up, didn't I? Should have just beamed up from where I was. Great. Okay, can we go to Space Battle Zone? Go to... No, I don't want to go to Space Undine. That's where I made my mistake. I've got to go all the way back to the contested zone. Oh, wait. I bet I can do this faster if I do this. Hold on. Go back. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been here. Navigating this place is kind of crazy. Ground Battle Zone Shuttle, that's what I wanted. We'll go to the ground battle zone and then just beam up straight from there. I think that'll work. Why did my button disappear? There, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Now I should just be able to beam straight back up into the contested battle zone from here. That's my thinking. Let's see what happens. Yes, okay, that worked. That's all I should have done. Very confusing. Okay, so tower control, yeah. So the tower control one is actually a mission. It wants me to control towers, defeat Voth around the towers and stuff. So I just recommend skipping this one, unless you actually want to do it, but you really need more people with you. You can't, it's something that's pretty hard to do by yourself. But if you had a team of people with you, it's doable. You really want backup on this one, so I'm just going to go there real quick just to double check that it doesn't go away, but I don't think it's going to. I think I'm going to have to cancel it and skip it, which is perfectly fine. Oh, there are other people there. I guess I could help them. Why not? We're here. Let's help them. I don't even have to. They did it. Yay, I win.
Ship is under attack.
Well, it's one tower anyway. Control level. There's so many towers, though. Yeah, it didn't go away. So it wants you to complete this as an actual thing. And I really don't want to complete this, so what I'm going to do is just drop it, and then go to mission, and tower control, skip. There we go. So you don't really have to do it. I recommend just doing that. And then you're done. Let's get out of here because there's a lot of stuff you can do here, and if you really do want to earn those those Dyson sphere marks and do all that stuff, go for it, you know, go for that whole thing there. But that gets us through where we need to be anyway. That basically circles within circles, supply woes, contested zone, Omega standoff, tower control, all just an introduction to the Dyson sphere. The actual missions now continue with a step between stars, fluidic destruction, and surface tension. Those three are actual missions, and they're really good missions. So that is where we will begin in the next video. I think we've spent enough time here showing you the Dyson sphere stuff. Go and figure it out yourself, I guess, if you're really interested in it. Otherwise, if you don't want the Dyson marks or you're not worried about the Dyson sphere reputation, just skip it and, you know, continue on with the missions. And that's my goal here, is I want to continue on with the missions. We've got 3 more here for the Solanae Dyson Sphere area. After we do these 3, then we will get to the Delta Quadrant. That is the new expansion, or the latest expansion to the game. A lot of good missions there, a lot of good rewards as well. A really good storyline, so that's going to be fun. And then after that, the Iconian stuff. So we've got a lot ahead of us still to do, so very, very cool. And I believe, let's see real quick. Yeah, this is the one. This next mission is the one where we're going to get the Solanae space set. That other space set I was telling you about. Here's a Solanae deflector and a Solanae impulse engine and a Solanae resilient shield. And I was looking at the specs on these on my other character earlier today. And I believe these are going to work out really good even for my tactical character. I believe that I'm probably going to replace my Jem'Hadar set with this Solanae set. But we'll go over each of these pieces in the next video when I do this mission, and then obviously I'm going to have to replay it 2 more times to get all 3 pieces, but I am going to do it. And there's also bonuses, a set 2, 3, and 4 piece bonus associated with these things. So really cool rewards on this next mission. I'm definitely going to replay it and get all of them. The Solanae space set, that's coming. I'm real excited about that. But for now, I'm going to end this video here, and that's just going to be the end of the Dyson's sphere introduction stuff right there. From that point, after doing all those things, you can of course go play those control points, battle zones, and all that stuff on your own if you want. Again, they're dailies. You can just play. You can play them all day if you want and sit there and play them, or come back once a day and play them, or whatever. You know, it's just kind of, that's stuff you do on your own. That's not necessarily part of the main storyline. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one.